The Raid 2. So, again, someone recommended me this, and I feel terrible to say that I didn't like it, but it's not that I didn't like it, it took me fucking forever to finish it. It took me like 4 hours or something to finish it. I kept pausing and I kept doing something else and coming back to it. I was just like, where is the raid? Again, Snowpiercer to me was the perfect combination of, it was the perfect balance of action scene, story, action scene, story. It was fantastic in that way, honestly. Like, you have enough action to keep you interested, but things stand out, and you have enough story to actually tie you to this movie and be interested in these characters. So, what the Raid 1 lacked for me was an actual structure. In the sense that it was just action after action scene, and nothing stood out. But the Raid 2 was the complete opposite. They shoved so much story into this, and it's like, get to it, I understand. And I honestly thought that I was at least like 45 minutes in, and I looked and I was 20. And this is a 2.5 hour movie, and I was like, what? And the scenes were so long, and they shoved so much story into it for no damn reason. And it does go, it does tie into the Raid 1. It's actually the same main character. Managed that. Thank God I watched the first one. And it's sort of not the same thing at all. I figured they probably did the Raid 2 because they saw how popular the Raid 1 was, and I figured it was going to be like the same thing again. And I was okay with that. I thought it was going to be like The Hangover, where it was the same thing. It wasn't, which I appreciate, but it was so long and it was so slow, and I got the story. They were in prison, and then he was out, and then he was working for the guy's son, and then he went up somewhere, and then he came back, and I have no idea what happened in this movie. Like, I was just watching, like, stop, and I feel like I felt like watching, like, yeah, that's what it felt like. I felt like I was watching a TV show, and I was watching multiple episodes in one. That's almost what it felt like. I felt like I was watching an entire season of a TV show in their plot development. That's what it felt like. It was just so much. They were so extra, and way too much story, and it's like, where's the raid? Are we raiding anything? And then the last scene, it's like, it picks up the last 15 minutes, honestly, and then the last fight scene, it was very impressive, and it was really cool to look at, but it was so fucking long. And at the end of this movie, it's like, don't give me like a half-hour fight scene after I sit through all of this. The only thing that really stood out to me was, there's a sequence in the subway, and it's this girl with 2 hammers just killing people in the subway, and it's mixed in with this guy, and he has a baseball bat, and he's killing people outside with the baseball bat, and I think he had a golf ball. I really liked that scene. That really, like, stood out to me, the way they kept showing her and then him, they kept switching, and it was violent, and it was awesome, and it was like, yeah. And then they go into, like, some other bullshit, and it's like, stop, I don't care about the story. Like, I was hoping that was gonna be the Raid 1 with a better story. That's what I wanted from the Raid 2, and it was just so much. They were being so extra with it. So yeah, again, nothing, apart from that scene, nothing really stood out to me. I called him Pretty Boy because I didn't remember anyone's names. Pretty Boy from prison, who worked for his father, he was like the typical character that's like rebelling against his father, and he wants his father's empire and blah blah blah. And he was just annoying as shit, but I appreciated that character, and I appreciated that element, and it felt like a mafia movie. I think that's why I enjoy like Korean movies a lot. I like that. I like the relationships in the mafia. I think those are interesting. Um, but apart from that, I didn't really care about anything else. I'm so sorry to the person that recommended this. I thought I was gonna enjoy it a lot more, and I was hyped. After watching Louder Than Bombs, I was fucking hyped. I was like, yeah, let's kick some ass. And then the Raid 1 happened. I was like, okay, that was okay. Let's go into the Raid 2 right away. And that was a fucking mistake, because combined, those movies are like 17 million hours. And I felt like I was having a Lord of the Rings marathon. And one Lord of the Rings marathon in my life is enough. I had one of those, and I'm never doing that again. So yeah, the Raid 2 was better than the Raid 1. Way too long. The fight scenes were way too fucking long, and it's like, I appreciate it. It's cool, kick ass. They worked so fucking hard to choreograph all of this. I got tired by the end of it. Like, I got fucking tired. And again, my favorite part of the movie was the actual ending. The actual like last shot, and when it goes, the Raid. I'm like, that was the best part. Like, where was that the whole movie? So, the Raid.